Peace, fam. This is Mustafa Talks Tech, your digital marketing specialist and tech evangelist, coming at you with another video. This won't be long. This is more of just me testing out some equipment that I invested in. Give me one second. This is just me testing some equipment I invested in. If you can see, okay, there we go. I invested in me an Ethernet adapter. Back in the day, this is my third MacBook that I'm on. Back in the day, all MacBooks came installed, included was an Ethernet adapter where you can plug in from your router to your laptop to give you a more secure connection. But as Wi-Fi has advanced and it's become more stable and greater, that a lot of um, MacBooks. This one right here I'm on, I think this is a 2013 or 2014 Mac. These and going forward has dropped the Ethernet adapter in lieu of assuming that most people are going to do Wi-Fi. And Wi-Fi is so prevalent everywhere. You can even go to a McDonald's, you go to most restaurants, you go to Dollar General, and there's Winn Dixie, Walmart. There's an option to connect to a guest Wi-Fi. So I can see on one end why they would drop that Ethernet when Wi-Fi is so prevalent and universal and everywhere that it's easy to assume that more people are going to be using Wi-Fi and not necessarily a Ethernet hard connection. But as I've been recording my shows, I've had a few hiccups here and there because I do mine on Wi-Fi, and I invested about a month ago in 5G internet Wi-Fi through T-Mobile. And overall, the experience has been really good. I'll say about 90% of the time, the experience has been really, really well, very high speed, very consistent, nice flow of everything. But that 10% or 15% of where those hiccups have come in have come at points where I'm trying to do my show and I'm trying to record my guests, and seems like we're on a really good point and the screen will black out or it will have a buffering or network issue, and you lose something really, really well. So um overall, the interviews and the conversations, the videos that I've done solo have been really good. I've gotten great feedback. People have not even criticized or say it was a great hindrance. But just myself as a professional, it's just something that I'm not satisfied with. To the best of my ability, I want my streams to be clear. I want my streams to be uninterrupted, hiccup free, where you can hear and receive the full information that I'm trying to give on a particular broadcast. So, um, as I looked at my MacBook, I found out that hey, there's no Ethernet adapter in this computer like my previous MacBooks were. So I was like, uh oh. So like, how am I gonna get around this? So I did my research and found out that since they took the Ethernet adapter off, there's an option to buy a Ethernet adapter that you can just pop into your USB of your computer, that slot, and then you connect your wire, your hard wire to the Ethernet adapter, and then you connect it right into the router, and it's supposed to give you a more stable, secure connection to your internet. And that's the purpose of me doing this video um, tonight, just to test the connection of the stream and to make sure everything is flowing well so that going forward I can have the best interviews possible, with very few to minimum hiccups and network issues, right? So yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do. I just chit chat on this one for a little bit and see what comes about, and hoping everything flows well, and hiccups and network buffering issues are a thing of the past. I really, really hope that that is a thing of the past. Um, yeah, seems like everything's been going really, really well with the brand and the business, Mustafa Talks Tech. November has been one of the strongest months for Mustafa Talks Tech as a brand. We came back and did four amazing interviews in the month of November, just as we did three amazing interviews in the month of October. We had some great heavy hitters on the show. I'm talking about Dr. Cheryl Cooper. I'm talking about Merch Life J. I'm talking about Catrice Johnson. I'm talking about the founder of Lion Client, McKnight Tam. And each one of the guests brought a particular insight and a particular story and a particular business and entrepreneur background that was educational and inspirational to everyone that was tuning in to see the broadcast. And I'm very, very proud of the interviews that I've been able to produce up to this point. I think we have 8 interviews now on the YouTube channel. You can pull up the YouTube channel, Mustafa Talks Tech, and see the rebroadcast of those interviews. And yeah, it was really, really amazing. I did those interviews like back to back. Normally, I would do one a week, and it would give me time between each interview to break down the interviews, create little bite-sized portions, segments of the interview, and do all of that. But the plan for November, I was going to do 8 interviews. I was going to do interviews on Sunday and Thursday because I just had so many guests, and I didn't want to um, knock anyone off in favor of someone else. So I just said I'm gonna interview all of these men and women this month. So I had a plan to do 8, and I started off doing that the 1st of November. That I did those interviews like Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, and it was very tiresome and you know kind of even stressful. Um, Taking into account of all the other things that I accomplished as far I still work a 9 to 5 to pay the bills and keep food on the table, and then when I'm not doing that, I'm doing this, which allows me to pursue my entrepreneurial endeavors, and then I'm promoting the business and pushing the business forward and trying to do a million other things to make this grow and make this pop. So just those all the work I was doing with those interviews, it was just very taxing on me, just trying to take everything into account. So the second half of the month, the middle to the end of the month, I just had to step back from doing those interviews after I had completed my 4. And I say I'll just come back in December and continue doing those interviews just for my own peace of mind and well being. And in doing the interviews, I want to be able to give 100% of myself, the best of myself. I want to be able to be prepared. I got the right questions. I'm in the right spirit, the right vibe. Um, and it's a very good free flowing exchange of information, and the interview is very quality. And I noticed that if I tried to keep up with the schedule I was going with and try to do everything else, that the quality of my interviews could actually decrease because by me doing them so back to back, I don't really have the time. I saw that I wouldn't have the time to do my research, watch videos of the guests, learn about them, come up with those engaging and thought provoking questions to keep the conversation flowing. So I just backed up, but I will return the 1st of December, which is right around the corner. The first week or two in December, we'll return back to doing those amazing interviews. I got a few people in mind that I would like to bring on the show. I haven't formally reached out to them yet, but that I'll be doing in the next few days and bringing them on the show, hopefully as a guest to share with us their expertise in tech, this tech this tech journey and this tech field. So that's pretty much where we're going forward. Just checking this Ethernet adapter. That's pretty much where we're going forward with in the next month. And then, after that, we're in a whole new year. January the 1st, 2024, be here before you even know it. Amazing. It'll be here before we even know it. So um, I just want to end this year on a high note. A year ago, this time, my eyes is just getting really dry. If you see me rub my eyes are getting really dry. A year ago, this time, I had no clue or idea I would be here where I am now and doing what I'm doing. A year ago, this time I was in my digital marketing cert program, moving along, um, hoping to graduate from the program, and then thinking about what was next, which was me hoping to transition into a tech role or tech career in digital marketing, and everything was going to be gravy, and that was going to be my future. And then after that, I also had plans to go into software engineering or coding to learn as well to complement my digital marketing education and probably graphic design. I kind of had that in the back of my mind. I wanted to learn that as well, but I never would have thought then that a year later now that I would have this company that has been built, Mustafa Talks Tech, which allows me to express my digital marketing knowledge, background, and passion. But it's also a platform that allows me to share my budding knowledge in tech as I learn new disciplines in tech, like as I learn about coding, as I learn about my tech sales, as I learn about cybersecurity, as I learn about AI, as I add all of these different skill sets to myself, then I can express these things through my platform, Mustafa Talks Tech, whether that's through my blog, whether that's through my podcast, whether that's through my social media, whether that's through my YouTube channel, whether that's through my ebooks, whether that's through, e-courses that I may, come up with down the line. So many different ways to express myself. But this platform is so amazing. I never saw then what I'll be doing now. And that's just, the way life is. And I'm sure a year from now, I'll be saying then that I couldn't see then where I am now, and so on and so on. That's the way of life. My eyes are really getting dry tonight. Sorry about that. That such is life. That we're constantly going from peak to peak. We go to one peak, one level, and then we go to another level, and then we just keep elevating and growing and growing and growing. So that's where I see myself going with Mustafa Talks Tech, just going from peak to peak, growing and going and refining and making this such a better platform and something as a resource that people will be able to learn from and identify with. So yeah, this video turned out me just testing out equipment, and it actually turned into just a freestyle chat session where I'm just talking off the top of my head about a few things. So getting ready to land the plane, go ahead and shut this thing down and see is anything else that comes to mind. No. Do if we are if it whatever channel you're checking this out on, if we're not connected by chance, go ahead and connect with me. Like, subscribe, follow, whichever term is applicable to what platform you're on. Go ahead and do that for me. If you find not just this video useful because it's just kind of a random video, but other information videos I have on my YouTube channel or on my social media or podcast, if you find this information useful, then please share it with someone that may find these videos useful, may add clarity to some things that they may have, may answer some questions, and may teach them something new. So please share that with someone that you may think will find it useful, or just share it to your network in general and let people find it and discover that is useful for them. So yeah, definitely please do that, and check out my website. It's coming down here, so wave my finger. It should be coming across here. That www.mustafatalkstech.com. That's my hub. That's my landing page. That'll bring you into my ecosystem and everything that's Mustafa Talks Tech related. You'll find it there on my website. Whether if you want to consult with me, whether you want me to do digital marketing work for you, whether you want to, as I say, connect with my blog, the podcast. If you want to download my ebook, if you want to read some of my writings, if you just want to learn more about my background, if you want to check out my other YouTube videos, is there. If you want to connect with me, phone, email, my connection is there. Everything is there. It's, that's my baby. That's my number one page right there to get in contact with me. Everything Mustafa Talks Tech. So check it out. It's coming across the screen again. MustafaTalksTech.com, or you can even call or text me. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and land this plane, and I will see you again on another episode of Mustafa Talks Tech. Peace.